Everybody, Moo here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mace Windu SL6, 5 to 400 coin booster on any build as always, as those two are generally the boosters we use to get a feel for average coin earnings for new Tsum. And we will in fact be downgrading Mace Windu from the Malding Jedi to the Malding Jedi. I was seriously Malding playing him at SL6 today, mostly because I had high expectations of what would happen to him as far as usability coming up from SL3 to SL6, and that did not materialize. So let's start with Malding phase number 1. At SL3, I mentioned that the fact that his weaker slashes did not hit for above 9 Tsum is one of the reasons he is weaker than Master Luke. I was hoping at SL6, he would, in fact, be hitting for more than 9 Tsum with his weaker slashes, which might actually make him more useful than Master Luke, since he has more than 2 of those weak slashes. However, that did not happen. I would say maybe 1 in 3 skill uses, maybe even 1 in 4 uses, the horizontal weaker slash will hit for 10 or more Tsum. And of course, if you have a large Tsum on screen, then you can kind of leave that on screen to make sure one of the weaker slashes hits it, essentially upgrading it to that 9 to 16 range. But that is extremely inconsistent. Master Luke basically guarantees that you get 2 time bubble attempts every single time he uses his ability. And Mace Windu, as a result, guarantees nothing. You have like a 1 in 4 skill use chance that you might get a slash that might give you a time bubble. So you can already see how much more inefficient he is as a result. And in order to bring him up to a level where his weaker slashes may fall within that 9 to 16 range, you would have to use the bubble booster item, which would basically allow you to have 8 chains give you a time bubble. But then you are increasing the overall cost of investment per game by another 1,500 coin or whatever it costs. I have the tickets there, so I'm not seeing it. I should probably have memorized that after 5 years, but yeah. So much more expensive to invest to get him to be as good as Master Luke. And at that point, why would you do that when you can just use Master Luke, even at SL3, to be as good as Mace Windu? Now, for Malding phase number 2, the other thing I was kind of hoping was the main portion of his ability, the horizontal clear that was hitting for in the mid-20s, I was hoping it would be upgraded enough to where it would hit in the mid-30s. That did not happen. In fact, it hits in the low 30s, sometimes in the high 20s. And the fact that the problem with the bubbles from the weaker slashes persists even at SL6, wherein all the bubbles that are being generated by those weaker slashes continue to stack in the middle of the screen, it makes that horizontal clear stay weak. So that really hurts your coin earnings and or score earnings as a result. The one benefit about Mace Windu is you don't have to use gyro, but if gyro was an option, I would prefer to use gyro to fix some of these issues instead of, not having that option at all and him remaining essentially unusable if you have Master Luke or another Tsum that does what he does, but better with more synergy in the abilities and all that good stuff. So Mace Windu at SL6, unfortunately, we're going to have to also downgrade him from above average to just average. The negative synergy from all the phases of his ability are just not satisfying enough. The results are just not there. But he has some uses, and that is this month only. You can use them to get bonuses as far as the missions for the event are concerned. And for that reason, I chose to use a gameplay video that shows us basically one-shotting a boss, because you can still spam his skill even though it doesn't give you the best results. And you can clear the bosses very easily, especially with the booster items and all that good stuff. So you can basically add another 500 to 1,000 base coin to this result to kind of get a feel for what he can provide you for a decent game. Not even an average game. His average game is probably on par with the gameplay video I'm about to show you guys. So check that out. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, make sure to leave them all in the comment section below. And as always, thank you so much for your likes, your subs, and your viewership. I appreciate you all very, very, very much. Up next is going to be Ben. And I have a sinking suspicion he might even be worse than Mace Windu, just because the initial phase of his ability is even weaker than Mace Windu's. And again, he also hits the bottom of the screen, which is not the most ideal place to be clearing. Anyways, we'll figure that one out once the SL6 gameplay video comes out. Enjoy this one for now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.